Hey, my name is Matthew. In today's video, I'm going to dig through different types of systems, 6 different types of systems. When people say build systems, automate it, let's remove willpower, when they talk about systems, let's actually dig into what that actually looks like. So I wrote this one down because I usually like to just free flow, but this time it's a system, right? How do I hold myself accountable? And that's really the first one, is kind of those habit trackers, accountability. I think that's a strong system that a lot of people can utilize, not just in terms of you log in, you type in, hey, I did this today or I didn't, but also setting yourself up to have accountability buddies, including things like setting yourself up where, hey, if I don't do this, I'm going to pay you $10 or I'm going to put $10 towards something. It's setting up any sort of accountability. The second one I think is as systems. I think of it as the environment. So I've talked about this in other videos in terms of the broken windows, broken business, but how is my environment setting me up to either fail or succeed? And so I look at that as, when I sit down for work, do I have a clean desk? Is when I open up my computer or when I open up my notebook, am I set up to work on the one thing that I set myself up for the day before? Or if, let's say if I go in my living room, am I just sort of inclined to turn on the TV and kind of zone out? What's my environment like? Is it conducive towards the growth, etc.? The other type of system, and this is the third one now, I'm gonna dig into 6 overall, but the third one I would say is time and energy systems. Another way people phrase it is time blocking. So for me, I like to schedule the hardest thing I have to do. I do it first thing in the morning when I get into work. And I find that I have the least amount of resistance if I do that. And I know that, going to the gym or these other activities I can put later in the day. So time blocking it and literally just, putting on the calendar or what have you, an hour, or setting a timer on your phone, putting on airplane mode and just zoning into the work. That's a great one. Fourth one I would say are financial systems. Simple things like you get your paycheck and it automatically gets deducted to go towards, what have you, a 529 account for your kid, or it goes towards a Roth IRA or an IRA. Those sort of automatic deductions that help you financially. So financially, those systems go a long way. And again, you don't have to rely on willpower and just kind of trying to actively do it each month. Fifth one I'll dig into here is any sort of business and the ability to leverage business processes. So let's just say for posting videos, nowadays you can film a 4-minute, 3-minute video, load it into a program, and automatically that'll spit out 10 different clips. And so how can you leverage the tools that are available today to do one thing that leads to 10x the output? So that's a quick example. So the sixth one I'll say, and my favorite one, are identity systems. So what are the heuristics? What are the principles, the values that you hold dear, and to the point where, let's say for me, I'm looking at the gym right across the street. You could have an identity of I'm a type of man who doesn't miss a workout, or I'm an athlete. And so I think having that sort of strong identity makes it a lot easier to perform or show up. And so if I'm going to be a little bit too lazy and skipping the workouts, it just sort of it kind of conflicts with the identity and that tension. I want to resolve that tension. How do I do that? I go out and do what I believe I am internally. So again, those are 6 different types of systems. Habit trackers, environmental system, sort of your environment. How does that shape you? Time and energy, time blocking, financial systems that you can set up, business and the leverage you can get from processes that are automatic, and then the identity level system. So yeah, uh, leave a like if you got something out of this video. For me, one of my, on my checklist every day right now, if you haven't seen the video, check it out from yesterday. It's a really good one. I think it's my best video yet, and even though right now it's only got I think 1 or 2 views, but again, it's just the process of showing up, doing the work, and not having a dependence on the outcome. It's really enjoying the process, getting into the groove, and enjoying it. But anyway, if you got something from this video, leave a like, leave a comment if one of those systems has been really helpful for you, or if maybe a new system came out of this video that you didn't think about, but you're going to set up now in your life. And subscribe if you want to hear more content like this. Till next time.